My name is Don Horning with CrustBuster Speed King. Today I'd like to have a quick video just to illustrate the advantages of what our honeycomb belt and our seed tenders will do for you. First off, I'd like to show what we mean by honeycomb. And if you look at these extrusions in this rubber, you can see it kind of forms a honeycomb pattern. And that's the reason we call it honeycomb. So each one of these little cups will carry seed and convey it into your planter. I'd like to illustrate the differences between our honeycomb belt being used in our 330 seed tender versus a cleated belt. And what are the differences? What are you asking this belt to do? So as you go across the head pulley, this is our discharge end. And then as it goes across the tail pulley, this belt is constantly laying out flat, and then it has to cup to hold the seed in as you convey it up the conveyor. So this belt is constantly having to flex. Now, why is that important? On a cleated belt, the cleats are vulcanized to the rubber belt. That is the same as the comparison would be if you're using a recap tire on your semi-trailers versus the original rubber. How many of these recaps do we see laying along the road, which illustrates that a recap tire will not last like the original tire will last. So this is very distinctive, very important to keep this in mind, because as on a cleated belt, those cleats are vulcanized to the top side of that belt, just like a semi-truck tire. The recap is vulcanized to a used tire. The difference is on our honeycomb belt, our honeycombs that make up our pattern here is actually extruded out of the original material that was used to make this belt. So as this belt is flexing, and if you comparing it to a cleated belt, those cleats, just like your recaps on your semi-tires, eventually will come off. And when these cleats deteriorate, start coming off, you really don't know that until you have to dig your planter out to know you got a stoppage because of that. So on our honeycomb now, with that being extruded out of the original belt, there's no question about the longevity of our honeycomb versus the cleated belt. This belt has a rated capacity of 30 bushels per minute at a 34-degree angle. That cannot be equalized by any other conveyor for seed conveyor on the market today as compared to our honeycomb. Yeah, we would love to have you give this conveyor some serious attention as you make your next purchase to buy a seed tender. Thank you.